welcome to my channel. Today we are doing something a little different. We are going to be reviving these crusty braids. Baby, I've had these in for about a month and I've only washed them one other time. So it's really time for us to get in and cleanse that scalp. This is the before. Okay, so now we are in the shower. It's hot and steamy. First things first, with warm water, I am rinsing my scalp, making sure to break up the oils and any dirt that might be sitting on top. You have to really go through section by section. And let me just tell you, this feels so good. Okay, so after that, we're going to go in with this tea tree oil shampoo. This is great when I have my protective styles in, simply because that tea tree oil just feels so good against the scalp. It helps with itching, and that's something that a lot of people, especially myself, experience when having a protective style in. It's also really cold outside these days, so my scalp often gets dry and itchy, so this is my preferred shampoo to use. So I'm just going in and I'm putting it in all of the parts that I can reach. I'm really focusing on cleansing the scalp, so I'm trying to get in there as much as I can without pulling the hair, if that makes sense. Just more so putting pressure on the exposed scalp. Okay, now I'm in the process of rinsing the hair out. I'm letting it flow through the braid. That'll kind of help cleanse the braids themselves. I don't like to manipulate the shaft of the hair too much, just because the hair will come out and it'll look a little more frizzy. Okay, so now you see that I have rinsed out all of the shampoo, and now it's time for some conditioner. This is the typical conditioner I use. I actually get this from Trader Joe's. I think it's only like $2. But the texture is just so immaculate. It's so thick and creamy, so moisturizing. Do not mind my leftover makeup. My mascara did not come off. But with the conditioner, we're actually just running it through the braids themselves, where my hair actually is. I want to make sure that even though the hair is bound in a braid, it gets the moisture that it needs. So I'm in the process of rinsing that out. I don't leave it in for too long. And then to rinse it out, I actually wring the hair out. If you ever have braids, you know that they hold water. They really hold water, and it makes it hard for them to dry. So make sure to really wring that hair out. So now we are out of the shower. I put my hair up so that I could actually cleanse my body and do my body care routine. Now I'm putting a towel over it. Now, I know for all you natural hair gurus, you're not really supposed to use a towel to dry your hair because it can cause breakage. But unfortunately, I don't have a big enough t-shirt for this. So this is what's going to have to do. My face is snatched after that. Okay, so now we're upstairs in my bathroom and we're going to go in with some leave-in conditioner by the Olive Oil line. The leave-in conditioner, I don't want a lot of buildup on my actual scalp, so I'm focusing this on the hair itself to provide it with some more moisture. You want to make sure to take care of your hair while it's in braids, because a protective style can easily turn into a non-protective style if you're not taking care of your hair. Dry hair results in breakage, and so when you take the braids out, you'll see a lot more shedding than you should, and then you won't really see the growth that you try to achieve with getting the protective style in the first place. So I'm going through sectioning the hair, spraying as much as I can, trying to be thorough. I probably could have taken smaller sections, but I am a lazy natural, so this is good enough for me. And mind you, you don't have to use this brand of product at all. This is just something that I had in my house and something that works for me when my hair is in braids. Okay, now we're going in with some olive oil. It's a weightless, more dry type of oil. I want to make sure my hair is shiny and make sure that moisture that we just put in with that leave-in conditioner is now sealed with this oil. I also spray this oil lightly on my scalp. Again, I don't want too much buildup on my scalp. One, your hair doesn't grow so well when you have a lot of oils and dirt and buildup. Two, I don't want to have to wash my hair again, thereby manipulating the hair even more. The whole point of a protective style is so that you don't have to manipulate the hair as much. More manipulation can pose a greater risk for hair breakage, pulling, unnecessary tension, things like that. So I'm going through spraying both my scalp as well as the shafts of the hair. Now this is my favorite part. We're going to mold it, or more so set the hair. So I have this Shine and Jam mousse, and I just love spraying this everywhere. It feels so good on my scalp, and it's getting everywhere. But I start at like the top of my head, and then we're gonna rake it through the braids. This helps lay down any strays, it helps mold the hair, it helps it stay in place. And if you've ever gotten your hair done before, this is typically the last step before they dip your hair and you're free to go. Some actually fell on the floor, so I'm trying to scoop that up while also distributing the product into my head. So now take a silk scarf and we're just gonna wrap it around our head like a big bandana. I really like this scarf. It is huge. I think I bought it from Amazon. And I like it because my hair got really long. So in the braids themselves, it stops pretty far down. So I like the fact that it reaches to about where my hair stops, if that makes sense. So I'm tying it pretty taut to make sure that my hair can really mold with that mousse. But I am going to slide it back just a little bit so that we can do my favorite part, which is baby hairs. Styling baby hairs just makes everything look so put together for me. So as you can see, I have this sample packet of this edge control. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of it, but it's what I had at the time. I couldn't find my preferred edge control. So we're just gonna go through and pull any hairs that are loose and apply it to the loose hairs in the front. Now with protective styles, baby hairs quickly turn into adult hairs. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do. So my baby hairs are often more exaggerated than they would normally be. But because I prefer my styles to last pretty long, I just roll with it. Now with this, I'm taking like a skinnier type of brush, and I'm just going in whatever direction the hair is naturally flowing into. Every time I do my baby hair is something different. And you see, I had to move to the mirror because I couldn't really see what was going on in the little camera monitor. You see how this edge control is not really sticking, so I like it because the hair looks a little more laxed, but I typically don't want my baby hair to move, so that's why I don't really like it. So it's been several hours later. I took the dogs for a walk and covered my baby hair with the scarf. And now you can see that my little design didn't really stay. You see what I'm saying? I don't really like this, but choose a product that you know is going to work, and I'm sure you'll get better results than I did. Now I'm showing you my scalp. It is so clean. It looks so good. It looks really refreshed and hydrated. If you look really close to my edges, you can kind of see little white beads on like some of the hair on the edges. So this is what happened. The braids were so tight that they pulled out my hair, and those are my hair follicles that are now exposed. So be careful who you go to get your protective styles, because I'm sure when I take these out, my edges is going to have a lot more shedding than they should. But overall, the hair is now very clean. Here I'm showing you, again, the exposed hair follicles. They're essentially like free strands. So sometimes if I have extra time, I'll just pull them out of the braid. Those follicles make the hair look like unkept, kind of messy, or like there's product. So now I'm giving you a full body spin, and that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.